She looked straight into the camera and said, yes, and I love it. She loves the fact that this crowd is on the other side.
There, but she all possesses the power. Chang, who also happens to be her coach.
Very dynamic, likes to hit the ball, and has a really high contact point.
Beautiful serve by Cloth.
I think it depends on what your strengths are as a team. Nice ball, though, from Kristen Nuss. But if you don't have that massive or that big dynamic blocker, then you might want to go to Kristen Nuss and roll the dice and chase the ball.
Playing lights out recently and winning in Austin, the first event in 2022 on the
occasion, and they have done a really nice job of that throughout this tournament. There's some pace from Kelly Chang. Speed so far on Taryn Cloth, and she's making some
out of system and try to disrupt their flow. Here comes Kelly Chang, and she's
to the right and then stayed steady and gave her that late call so she knew what was available to her. To note, though, that one we were so excited to watch between Tony Rodriguez and Savvy Simo in these two last night. Nice pickup, though. Oh.
Yeah, that was really unfortunate. We haven't gotten word on what that injury was, but it's never good when a match has to end. And not getting served, she pokes it around a lot and does that option play more. Here comes Taryn Cloth, right down the middle. Flint puts up the
out. You know, it's definitely been in those 90-degree mark, the humidity up to 50%, so sweat definitely a factor. A lot of points being scored on that right side of your screen, both on the men's and women's side. From the #1 seed.
I have to say, this is a bit of a surprise, right?
Kind of lulled Kristen Nuss to sleep a little bit. They started on Taryn Cloth. Now they're serving this short angle and ended up with that tough serve the last ball as well from Betsy Flint.
The net, just in comparison, Kelly Chang, just 6'2". Just.
Option.
Remember last year in Atlanta, 2021, they won their first professional event on the AVP tour, and they have
first competition on the AVP tour, and they win it all. And guess what? Who was in that final against them? Kelly Chang.
Still has that one victory from back in 2017 with Sarah Hughes, where she's looking to
do a little bit, keeping those shoulders into the line, and then finishing that hand and wrist towards the left side. In their back pocket and have been able to pull it out when it's needed.
Oh, wow.
Wrist, because she was at full extension at that point. That was remarkable. Has been a few more points going the direction of Cloth and Nuss. Just simple side out to take the first set.
Kristen Nuss with the jump serve. It's time to Flint, and over on the second contact is Kelly when she's going to use it.
Yeah, and her decision making continues to improve on that from the time she stepped on the sand as a professional.
Some points now they decided to go to Nuss quite a bit, and she's starting to get into a groove.
Decision, because Taryn Cloth was still running up to the net after this.
We'll have this first set. They are hitting a whopping.
Get to the net. You just got to laugh that one off, Kristen Nuss.
Set point #1 for Flint and Chang. They'll have an opportunity here.
Defensive setup, just wasn't able to execute in the transition.
Nice pass by Chang, and then a nice
swing at Betsy, and trust Kristen Nuss playing backcourt defense.
The roll shot at Flint is all over it. And she converted.
The body control to be able to dig that ball, stand up, check down, see the approach and the defense.
And when she gets like this,
yeah, without a doubt, very fierce in her approach. And
gotten Cloth and Nuss out of scored. Another tough serve down the line.
Game still developing, as she was a great indoor player at Creighton, then transfers to LSU.
It's amazing to think how young these two are and how quickly they have climbed up the first side change. All the pressure right now on the side of Cloth and Nuss. Chang and Flynn have really been playing as well.
Agree. They look laser focused, and I'm going to still go back to that moment. Environment back against the wall, #1 seed. She wants another title. Her last was back in 2019, and she's ready for one here.
Fired up, maybe poke the bear, woke up Chang and Flint, and we're seeing the result of it right now. Chang and Flint.
Terry Cloth.
Cloth rips that third final. It was Cloth and Nuss winning 21-19, 21-13.
And get their feet stopped to be able to do so.
Nice pass by Flynn, and there is...
And I'd say right now,
Kelly Chang out of the middle of the court, the jump hybrid right down the middle, and Nuss passes it well. A free ball shot, and there goes Chang with an over on 2. And
even then, I saw that last side out ball in the pass from Chris Nuss, and we went, Taryn, just take a rip at it.
Traditionally, he'll go down against your average defender, but Nuss is not your average defender.
So shade into the line there with Chang pulling into the angle.
Okay.
Flint is stepping up. Ball out here on center court.
Reads, so the setter can have a big effect in helping that.
Here, Cameron, you bring up a really good point. How aggressive as ever, up 14-9. There's the Cloth and Nuss. Cloth and Nuss both attended LSU. And there's the stuff
like this. This is the dangerous territory. Don't let them within 2 points. I'm telling you right now.
Whoa. Let's see if she continues the aggression. Here comes Nuss. Flint with a beautiful dig and looking to convert, and yes.
Or excuse me, transition play by her. Play from Taryn Cloth. That was beautifully done. A new wrinkle added into their offensive scheme there.
So they're just 4 points away from becoming champions here in New Orleans. Beautiful dig by Flint and an
form of Betsy Flint. That was perfectly funneled right to the heart.
17 with Sarah Hughes. So it's been nearly 5 years since she's been to the winner's circle. So trying to make it happen. Here's Flint with an opportunity. There are some spectacular plays. They still trail by 4. And here's Flint coming on the right side.
Right now, I mean, that's a lot of really gnarly play to take down this #1 team.
Both with the serve, trying to cut the lead. Here comes Chang, and she will serve it. She'll challenge Tristan Nuss. Over on 2 is Cloth. It's blocked.
No touch on the block. That will do it.
The ball was never blocked, so